What's going on out there, YouTube family? This is Sammy Leggy here representing Team JVS. To my great excitement, 2 days ago, on Monday, I think, I was able to check out Ghostbusters Afterlife. Now, I am a Ghostbusters fan. I own pretty much all different versions of them and VHSs, but this is the last one that I did get. It's got the first and second one. Hopefully they... Wait, you know what? This is remastered in 4K, so technically I'm good. I was going to say hopefully they come with a 4K rendition. Either way, that's not what you guys are here for. You guys want to know, how did I feel about Ghostbusters Afterlife? I loved it. From beginning to end. The opening shot of this is very intense. It's not, well, I mean, most of them, even the first one, it's like a serious kind of moment in a library and you know, it kind of has this moment, but no, like this one is really serious and dark. And I think it was shot really well. The cinematography for this one is just great. Like, this is the best out of all the Ghostbusters they've ever done. The cinematography for this one is the best. The score is the best. I think even some of the sound choices were pretty good, but the soundtracks for the previous two, of course, are the original two are the most superior. Even the second one, I think the soundtrack is probably the best out of the whole entire one. But you got Ray, you got Winston, you got Egon, and then you got Peter, right? And they were the original Ghostbusters. Now, add on 30 years later, and they're no longer Ghostbusters anymore. So what is the point of this film, right? And so you find out very early on, in most of the trailers they allude to this, is that, you know, the daughter and granddaughter and grandson of Egon Spengler are essentially moving to this town where their grandfather, like, just decided to board himself up in. They don't know why. And the mom is really alienated from the dad. And it just kind of is really like a fish out of water kind of situation. I mean, think, I guess, Casper. That's a good one, with Christina Ricci. Like, you go to this random house you know nothing about, and, I mean, ironically, ghosts are involved with that one. And it's kind of like, the character of Phoebe is very fascinating to me, because I immediately started to connect with her. Not even so much like, oh, okay, well, she's like really witty, or like she's doing something special. Like, no, it's just, there's this weird out of placeness with the way that McKenna is playing this role, because it reminds me a lot of Egon. And also at the same time, it reminds me of like this person that is very strong-willed, but at the same time is holding all these emotions in. And when the thing that's so key about McKenna's performance in this one is that every single emotive moment that requires her to emote, she goes for it. The moments where you're kind of like, oh, she's gonna freak out, or she's gonna scream, or she's gonna, like, no, like, she just holds it in and like a savage just goes for it. Whether it's an action moment, whether it's a comedic moment, whether it's a sad moment, like, McKenna really does own this role of Phoebe. Now, I love that. Now, we already know Finn Wolfhard is in this. He's playing the older brother. He's playing Trevor. Trevor, I thought I wasn't going to like Trevor, honestly. But they found a way of making me like him, because I felt like he was a part of the family. He didn't want to just detach from the family. He didn't just want to detach from his sister. Like, every moment where there was a moment where his sister may be in danger, or his family, or his friends, he really did try to take the initiative. And also, like, these kids have certain levels of skill sets. And I was kind of like, this reminds me so much of the same, you know, synergy and the chemistry of the original cast. Because, like, the original cast, like, these guys, like, yeah, they're kind of scientists, but they all have different traits. You know what I'm saying? Like, Winston, he was just disconnected, you know what I'm saying? And then there's also, like I said, the mother, her name is Callie. This is played by Carrie Coon. And I initially, I didn't think I would like her character either. Like, I was kind of like, they kind of making her a one-note character. It's like, she's got this anxiety and issue with her dad. But by the end of the movie, all the characters, by the end of this movie, I went behind. Even characters that really didn't have that much screen time. And it reminds me so much of the original Ghostbusters. If you are a fan of the original Ghostbusters, and say you happen to be speaking for some crazy reason, you never saw the second one, it doesn't matter. because they make sure you know how this all started and where we're at right now. And like the long-term fans of Ghostbusters are going to love this film. The long-term fans of the original are going to love this film. But then even deeper than that, people that love like Stranger Things or Fear Street, you know what I'm saying? Like kids in a present day situation not being like, you know, all this or all that, but like naturally trying to help and do something or getting themselves into mischief. Like a good case in point would be Logan Kim. His name legit is Podcast. And he he reminds me so much of a certain person from original Ghostbusters, but he's got his own character about him. He's got his own senses about him. And I just love the fearlessness about this cast. I love that I like them. Like, it's not like nobody became too annoying. The jokes didn't go overran. The other big thing about this is Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd is in this film, right? And every film that he is in, he normally compliments all the characters around him. He plays the role, you know? And in this one, this is no exception. Like, matter of fact, the moment that he makes a contact and connection with Phoebe, that's when things start to get very thrilling and very intriguing. And again, I'm being very vague, but I don't want to spoil anything about this. If you are a fan of the original one, you just need to see this movie. I don't have any issues with this movie. I really don't. I mean, I knew what I was getting when I came into this. I knew that I was going to get like, you know, silhouette looking ghost. I knew that the certain style was going to be like the original. I knew that certain moments were going to be really tongue-in-cheek and really comedic and cheesy. What I didn't expect was get emotional resonance. I didn't get the expectation that, you know, this is going to be more about family building more than anything else, and understanding and dealing with loss and sacrifice. I didn't expect that. Deeper than that, out of everything that I just said, this is the trilogy. This is the end of the trilogy. This is the rounding. If they never made any more Ghostbusters, this is a perfect period on the trilogy. If you are a Ghostbusters fan and you understand the service of what they were doing and why they were doing and why the comedic things were there, they play to those in the utmost. Definitely they do double down. Definitely they do play to those fan servicey things. I can't really say, but I really truly love this film. 10 out of 10 for me. And I know it sounds so bad. I should give it as a critic maybe a 8.5 or a 9, but I honestly loved Ghostbusters Aftermath, and I really think that you guys are gonna have a fun time with it. And again, this is the crazy thing, there are so many movies coming out during that time. Like King Richard is a 10 out of 10 film. It is an amazing film. Do not miss it. But I'm telling you that Ghostbusters is something that you do not want to miss. I think families are going to love it. I think fans are going to love it. And this is something that feels like a really good reminiscent and a love story to the original Ghostbusters. But let me know. Don't take my word for it. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell button. I'd love to hear your words and your thoughts about Ghostbusters Afterlife because I loved it. Take care, guys. Peace.